Addiction is the curse of the human condition. We seem to almost be pre-programmed to latch onto anything that makes us feel good. For many, our enjoyment of certain activities are manageable, but for others, it can lead to a downward spiral. Take work for example. Many are able to leave their job at the door when it's time to clock off, but for others, one's career can become an obsession where all they do and think of is their occupation. A daily cup of coffee may seem harmless, but the headaches and grumpy demeanour would beg to differ when you don't get your caffeine fix. Because we as a species are so susceptible to addiction, scientists have sought out to find out why. One such study towards the end of a very drug-influenced 1960s would seek out to find out why we seem to fall so hard when it comes to substance abuse. After all, we are faced very regularly with the risks of drug use and addiction, and yet so many don't heed the warnings. The experiment, rather than studying human addiction, would focus on the animal kingdom, and would make use of a bizarre contraption that allowed monkeys to self-administer highly addictive substances such as cocaine, amphetamines and opiates. The experiment would result in terror for its subjects, where overdose, bodily disfigurement and mental anguish were just some of the outcomes. But the results would only end up proving the obvious, that addictive drugs are addictive. And as such, the study would go down in infamy for its unethical use of its test subjects. My name is John, and today we're looking at the 1969 self-administration of psychoactive substances by monkey study, better known as the 1969 monkey drug trials. You're watching The Dark Side of Science.